We are live.
Welcome to day 5, the final day of our FTB program. Delegates, it's heartening to see your commitment, dedication, and childlike enthusiasm over the last 4 days. Your students are blessed to have teachers like you. Let us prayerfully reflect on this song, Thank You, by Joanna Sam, performed by Raquel and Dad on YouTube. This song is an ode to each one of you teachers. Teachers are second parents to a child. Let's pray we rise up to the calling. Happy learning. Over to you, Madam Dr. Sandhya Khedekar.
A very good morning, dear participants, and welcome to you all. Today is last day of our faculty development program. This is the 5th day, and today we will discuss about different digital assessment tools. Till now, you have learned how to create your own Google Class, how to create documents with Google Docs, then how to create your own Google form, how we can record a video, even we can have PPT voiceover and different digital tools which we can use in teaching learning purpose. And I'm very happy that I received many videos created by you and the kind of creativity you have used. One teacher shared with me that for tabletop recording, she used her table lamp, and that table lamp she kept one hanger which we use for our clothes, and on that hanger she was holding her mobile and she recorded her lecture with help of that. So with all these kind of creativities, and I really got wonderful response from all of you. So I'm very happy about your enthusiasm, the way you are participating, and you all will really make difference in life of students. I'm sure about that. And now onwards, your journey being a teacher will be definitely different, because students are waiting for you to have new technology tools, what my teacher is going to give me next day. So now it is our turn to give best to our students and make our teaching learning process more interesting and more enjoyable. Because whenever we use technology in teaching learning process, it always gives different kind of happiness, and it gives a eureka kind of feeling that yes, I did something for my students. And this feeling, this happiness, this satisfaction is very essential in life of a teacher. Like you all are giving, more than 6,800 participants and more than 24 countries are participating in this workshop, and the kind of response you are giving to me, the kind of questions you are raising, and the kind of shares you have done on Telegram group, I'm really amazed to see that enthusiasm. So I'm very thankful to each one of you for making difference in my life, that I am not the same teacher which I was yesterday. Today I am different. And every day I'm exploring my knowledge also, and I am improving day by day. So thank you for making that better teacher every day. And it is our role being a teacher that whenever we are with students, every day we have to think that what new technology or what new thing I'm going to give to my students. And that one thing or that one thought gives a lot of happiness to you, and you will become passionate about teaching. Every day you will like to do new things, you will explore new things, and you will give it to students. And that is the ultimate goal of education, when we say that creating that kind of students who are really global citizens and having all-round development of children is ultimate goal of education, and you all are doing that amazing job. So I'm very proud of each one of you, and thank you for being such a nice participant. So now let me share my screen with you. I'll be showing a few slides to you. As we are towards the end of the workshop, I thought that today I will show you some assessment tools. With help of these tools, we can actually have assessment of the students. So many digital tools are there. So I'll be posting more videos in detail about how to use all these tools on my YouTube channel. First of all, thank you for subscribing my channel, and thank you for being there always, and thank you for your wonderful comments on every video. So when we think of digital tools, we always have one thought in mind, that what kind of tool should I use for which subject? So here I'll be showing some demonstration also, and I will tell you. The first here is TestMoz. TestMoz is free application or free software where you can go directly and you can have conduct your test of student. You will get a code for that question paper, and you have to share that code to your students, and they will be able to answer your question paper. Then Google Classroom, we already learned there is option of assignment in the Google Classroom. You can have assignment in multiple choice question, short answer question, check the box, then long answer question. All kind of assessment can be conducted in Google Classroom. TestU is one of the wonderful website where you can go and you can have different kind of examinations of the students. With help of Google Forms, I already demonstrated on the day one that Google Form can be used for assessment purpose, like we are using daily in this workshop, that we are sending you a quiz link every day, and you are solving that quiz, and with help of that we could collect your data, that how much you understood. Then Kahoot is there. Basically Kahoot is used in most of the games for small children. For example, if you are teaching students in primary school or in nursery school or in pre-primary school, here Kahoot is the best app where you can use for assessment purpose. You can give some games, you can give some quizzes to the students. Try to go on that website and explore your knowledge. Socrative is one of the wonderful assessment tool where we can say that online examinations can be conducted. It means there can be live online examination of the students. You just have to log in Socrative and make one question paper and share that with your students. Mentimeter is also one of the wonderful application for assessments tool. So go on website of Mentimeter, go on Google and type any word from this slide, and you will be able to search what kind of question papers are there. Due to constraint of time, I will not be able to give demo of each thing, but I will show you some apps. Here are some apps. I'm taking it just for the sake of revision, and these many tools are available. So we could not cover all these things in 5 days, but still we tried to cover Google Form, Google Classroom, Google Docs. Here you can see Prezi is one of the best application where you can use for your presentation. So it is again, we can say a higher or next version to the PowerPoint like Google Slide. Haiku Deck is there, Scratch, Animoto, Pixen, Blockster, Google Sheet, Flipknack, Snack, Padlet, Story Jumper. In Story Jumper, I think we can build a story, and we can have a group of students and they can build story with help of it. It is useful for small children because many questions were coming up what to use for pre-primary and primary students. You can think of Story Jumper. Then Boom Writer is there, Wizme is there. When you want to develop writing skill of students, you can use that. Basically, language teachers can use this. Then OpenShot, YouTube Downloader, VLC Media Player. These are the video editor which you can use to edit your video you created. ThingLink is one of the beautiful site where you can have interactive slide. Means, for example, I have created one PowerPoint presentation, and suppose I'm a history teacher and I want to show Indian map, and on map of India I want to show different states, and those states are explaining themselves with the help of that map. So you can put some video for every state, you can have some information, you can put Wikipedia page on that. So interactive slide can be made with help of ThingLink. Educreation, Socrative, Edmodo, Schoology, Pick2Chart, video recording with PPT VoiceOver we yesterday did, Screencast-O-Matic, OBS Studio, Presentation Tube we use for recording of video. So all these tools, I have used all these, and these are wonderful tools. You also try to explore, because for me it is not possible in short time to explain and give demo for each one, but at least you must know the names. That's why I'm sharing with you this slide, and go on these websites and try to explore. Again, there are a few more like Nearpod. VoiceThread is there if you want to incorporate your voice in your presentation. Explain everything. Whiteboard already you know. Lesson Up is there. Loom is good one to record your video. Screencastify you know, and Canva is also there where you can create some posters and some leaflets and some pamphlets on this. So again, I'll tell you, this recording will be available on my YouTube channel. Go and explore that. I'm stopping this for a while, and let us go to next page. I want to show you one demo of TestMoz because we have a very short time today. So go on Google, type TestMoz, TESTMOZ.com. When you type TestMoz, you will see this kind of page, and there is no need of login or sign up. You can log in if you want, and you can directly go. One question was there yesterday, if we do login in all these websites, what about the security? I always suggest that whenever you are logging in all these kind of websites, use a separate email ID. Means, for example, if I am a teacher and I want to use these tools, I want to log in on different websites, I will create one separate Gmail ID and I will use that Gmail ID only for all these tasks, because on that email, no information will be stored of my banks or some other passwords or some confidential information. So if your email ID gets hacked, you will be not in risk. So always use an email ID which is you are not regularly using. Make a separate email ID for this, and you. So what you have to do is just go on Google and type testmoz.com, TESTMOZ, and when you go on this website, you will able to see build a test and try a demo test. You can build test directly without logging in. So go here and type a name of test or which subject you want to build that test, and you have to create one password here. You can create any password you want, and you have to again retype the password, because this test will be with you only and no other person will be able to make changes in this test. When you click on create test, this kind of page is visible. So here you can see on left hand side some options like ICT is the name of my question paper or my subject. Then dashboard is there, settings, question, publish and result. Go on questions first. You will be able to see what kind of question TestMost provides. So here on the screen you can see insert button, and here kind of or types of questions are there. So here graded questions like multiple choice, choose one, multiple choice, choose many, true or false, matching, fill in the blank, essay, these kind of questions are available. And survey upgraded question like multiple choice, true, false, short answer, long answer, all these are available. And other, that is text block, question pool. Question pool is one of the wonderful feature here nowadays in conferences and in webinars. We are using question pool. Then questions from other test and questions from file. You can, if you have already made question file, you can directly take that or copy paste those questions from there to here. If I select multiple choice question here, this kind of screen will appear and it will ask me to type question. So I'll type question here, ICT stands for. I'll give options here. Information, communication, technology. I can give other option, information, common, technology. Okay. I can give third and fourth option, whatever I want, information, communication technique, I will write here. I can have fourth option, information, common, technology. Okay. And it will ask me if I want one more, I can have many other options. I have to click on the correct option here, and option you can give multiple choice, choose one. And here you can see points, whatever points you want to give. If I want to give 2 points for this question, so I can type here 2. Then again I go to the next question. I will select essay type of question. So I have to type question here. I will write here, write an essay on ICT in education. Okay. And automatically this kind of box will come. So whenever you select question, you just have to click, and you can select the type of question. You can have short answer question, you can have long answer question, you can have true, false, you can have multiple choice, text boxes, match the following, any kind of questions you can have. So I'm not typing all the questions to save time. And now what you have to do, once I have done with this, I can publish this. You can see over here on the publish button. Before that, if you want to change any settings of the question, you can go there. And here it is asking me test name is ICT. The text is displayed on the top. If you want to select any color of test, so these colors are available. If I select this blue color, so test will be visible in this kind of paper, blue color paper to my students. Choose the language for the TextMost students interface. You can choose any language, multiple languages are there. I select here English. Then question settings is show all the test questions on one page, or show one question per page. If you have given essay type of question, you can choose this option, show one question per page, so students will be able to answer. Then review settings, you can have some show a custom message if the student passed or failed. If you want to say congratulations, you passed, you can type here. So I will type here congratulations. So whenever student is passed with that test, the student will get this message of congratulations. At the end of the test, display the user score, test outline, indicate if their response was correct or incorrect, display the correct answer, display the explanation. These kind of settings are available. And access you can limit to the, you can have any passcode. Many features are there. You just go and have note of it. And when I select publish, now my test is done. I have just included 2 questions. When I click on publish button, see what it happens. So it will ask me publish ICT. You can preview your test if you want. And if I say ready to publish, here on right hand side paper copy is view or print in your browser or download as Word doc. You can download it as a Word doc, and you can upload this in your Google Classroom also, or you can give the link to the students. And show answer, show explanation. If I click on show answers, so student will be able to see the correct answer. Here again, view, print and download option is available. So you can view your test, you can print your test, or you can download your test. If I click here on publish, what it shows, see, your test is published and available at testmoz.com and some code is given. So what I can do is I would have to just copy this code and I have to send this code to my students. So whenever student will be putting this code, how to do that, I will show that also. Then current status is open. You can schedule the test for later timing, or you can here click on the closed. So your test will get closed. If you have given some time limit that for today only I want to show this test, so that facility is available. So I have copied this from here. What I will do, I will just copy it and I'll go to next browser, the next URL. I'll click here and I will paste here. See what happens. If my student just put this thing, so this kind of screen will be visible to student. And you can have student login and you can have administration. If you are admin, teacher can go here. If I am a student and I write my name, Sandhya, okay, I will solve this test. So I'll write Sandhya and I'll click on start. So this test will get started and this kind of question paper is visible to me. So I have to just click on the option if it is multiple choice, and if it is essay type, I can type my answer over here, you can see. So I can type in this box and I can submit. When I submit it, it gets submitted on the teacher's page. So here you can see it is showing me that this answer is correct. First multiple choice answer is correct and I got 2 points. But for essay, teacher has to review. So what I can do is, again I'll go, this was the student page and this is a teacher page. So I'll go to my result page and I can see, you can see over here, name of the student, Sandhya, and score here, started on. She started test on which day, what time it is visible. She finished on what time it is visible. And you can see here that marks are also visible if all the answers are correct. So you can select manual option also to do this. This is wonderful tool, my dear teacher friends. It's really very good to use. You can just go on testmoz.com, create your own assignment for the students and give it. If you are working with small children, you can use Kahoot, or you can use some other apps like Story Jumper and all that for assessment purpose. So this is one of the wonderful tool which I wanted to show you. Now let us again go to the PowerPoint presentation, and this is available there. And I'll complete my presentation over here. And I'm going to post some more videos on my YouTube channel about all these assessment tools one by one. Just now I showed you one demo of TestMoz. So you will be able to see more assessment tools, how to use that from tomorrow on my YouTube channel. Just keep exploring, keep learning. And you also try to create some videos about whatever you have done and post those videos on your YouTube channel and try to make teaching learning more interactive. So that's for the today. And I'm really thankful to St. Teresa's Institute of Education, especially Principal of Institution, Sister Dr. Tanuja Wagmare, and the coordinator of this whole program, Dr. John Lopez, and her wonderful team, Dr. Sheila, Dr. Reshma, Dr. Serena, Dr. Cinderella, Dr. Zizel, and Dr. Shakuntala. If I forgot somebody's name, please excuse me. Wonderful teamwork by St. Teresa's Institute of Education, very good response by the participants. I'm also thankful to Manisha Thakur and Viral Dedia and the EdFly team for their technical support and supporting all the days for quiz and everything, streaming live on YouTube and answering all the questions and queries of the participants. And at the end, I would like to thank all the wonderful participants from various countries. Yesterday, I got one message of one participant, I think her name, I forgot. She's from Kutch, and she created her own video, and wonderfully she did it. First time she created video, she created her own YouTube channel and she uploaded it. And I subscribed her channel. I am her subscriber, and I told her that keep in touch and share with me when whatever teaching learning material you are posting on your YouTube channel. So this is one kind of motivation that one teacher can give to other teacher. And thank you all of you from bottom of my heart, and thank you for making difference in my life. And be safe, be healthy, and keep learning always. Thank you so much.
Hey, I'm back. Time to say alvida, fir milenge? Not yet. To everything, there is a season and a reason for every happening under the sun. A time to sow, a time to reap, a time to toil, a time to sleep, a time to laugh, a time to weep, a time to give, and a time to keep. Dear friends, we've come together under this umbrella of the Faculty Development Program hosted by St. Teresa's Institute of Education by divine design and not by chance. In the words of Samuel Coleridge, to meet, to know, to care, to share, and then to part is a sad tale of many a human heart. As a fraternity of teachers, we pledge to be team players in our journey ahead. Our strength lies in cooperation and not competition. Today, I'm here on behalf of our management, our principal, Dr. Sister Tanuja Wagmare, our lead coordinator, Dr. Joan Lopez, staff and students of St. Teresa's Institute of Education, to extend to each of you our sincere and heartfelt gratitude. This FTP saw the enrollment of a whopping 6,800 delegates from 17 countries across 5 continents: Asia, North America, Europe, Australia, and Africa. Permit me to name them: India, Sri Lanka, Singapore, Malaysia, Cambodia, Saudi Arabia, Sultanate of Oman, UAE, Kuwait, Qatar, and Bahrain from Asia, Canada and the West Indies, the UK and Ireland, Australia, Egypt. Dear Madam, Dr. Sandhya Kedekar, deep appreciation and a sincere thank you for teaching us much more than technology-aided instruction. Your camaraderie with each one of us and your outreach to our participants into the wee hours of the morning are unparalleled and unmatched. We have much to learn from you. You are a role model Gen Next teacher. Team EdFly, you have cocooned this program with finesse. Your scaffolding reinforced the technical transactions with poise. Delegates to echo these thoughts. Let's hear what Ms. Gloria Raju, a mathematics and dance teacher of the Indian English Academy School, Kuwait, has to say.
Hello, everybody. My name is Miss Gloria Alfonso Raju, and I am a mathematics teacher in Indian English Academy School in Kuwait. I am here to share my feedback and experience about the workshop. Before I begin, let me take this opportunity to thank Dr. Sister Tanuja Wagmare, the principal of St. Teresa's Institute, Mumbai, our resource person, Mrs. Sandhya Khedekar, and the entire EdFly team who has made this day possible for each and every one of us. I would also like to take this opportunity to thank the management of my school who has encouraged me and all the other teachers of my institute to be a part of this workshop. We are around 100 of us that are registered for the STIE workshop. And indeed, I must say, this has been a real fruitful experience. In a scenario like this, where COVID-19 has affected the entire world, our role as teachers has become even more challenging because we cannot be there for our students in person like we always do. And that is when online teaching has come in like a rightful solution. And this workshop conducted by STIE has come in like a boon for all of us. For me as a teacher, this workshop has helped me discover and explore many new tools and techniques that can help my online teaching become more meaningful and understandable and interesting for my kids. Things like Google Meet, Google Docs, they have helped me understand that how I can use online methods to add a new energy to my teaching. And indeed, I can already feel the positive vibes from my students because they're so excited to know what new am I bringing next for them. And so yes, I have already started practicing the things that I have learned through the workshop, and it has been so amazing, and it has definitely added a new horizon to my journey as a teacher. So I want to thank the entire team who has conducted this workshop, and especially our resource person who has shared with us her knowledge and helped me as a teacher to make my teaching more exciting and interesting. So thank you once again to you all. Thank you.
Closer home, let's hear our very own alumnus, Ms. Neena Narasimhan, currently Assistant Professor at Sri L.R. Tiwari College of Engineering, Mira Road.
Hello, everyone. I am so honored to be invited to speak at this valedictory function today. I am sure that you all agree that over the past few days, STIE and the EdFly Learn team have put us in gear, and I am determined to keep the pace going. An alumna of St. Teresa's Institute of Education, I did my B.Ed in the year 2006. And apart from all the learning and training I received, it is the invaluable and imperishable bond that I share with all my teachers that I treasure the most. I wouldn't miss mentioning the broad vision of respected principal, Sister Tanuja, who is constantly organizing these online FDPs. I must say, Sister Tanuja, you are so dynamic that your energy and enthusiasm can be felt even across the web. I'm also highly indebted to our former principal, Sister Lillian Rosario, who during my time at STIE rigorously molded us into what we are today. I remember the alumni meet and the faces that I missed, with so many who couldn't make it. But in this lockdown phase, the Institute has managed to get all of us together like never before. The quality and perfection in the organization of these online FDPs is purely a result of the willingness, dedication, and passion that all the teachers share. Hats off to STIE for such a brilliant endeavor. I highly appreciate the organizers and resource personnel of the EdFly Learn team, Dr. Sandhya Khedekar and Ms. Manisha Thakur for tech training us into modern instructors fully equipped with the tools and techniques necessary for effective e-learning. The EdFly platform is a user-friendly multi-source application that enables teachers to build, create, assess, communicate, improve, and even learners to achieve all the learning outcomes for any subject. Lastly, I would like to say that this workshop has not just made us tech-savvy teachers, but rather tech-sustainable teachers, as our entire sustenance currently depends on communicating using technology. If a teacher can create a website developer, a teacher can become one. If a teacher can create an entrepreneur, a teacher can become one. If a teacher can create a digital media expert, a teacher can become one. All we have to do is realize and utilize our hidden potential. Thank you, STI and the EdFly Learn team for infusing in us a passion for technology and strengthening our potential to use these amazing online tools. Looking forward to many more such online webinars and workshops. Thank you.
We've reached the pinnacle of this valedictory ceremony. And to do the honors, we have with us a conscientious, warm, open-minded, diligent academician, a techno-savvy contemporary teacher educator. Please let me take you through her profile. Dr. Agnes DeCosta is Associate Professor at Pushpanjali College of Education, Vasai, and has served the institution since 1996. Prior to that, Madam was a teacher at school level for 8 years. She ranked second in the year 1992 at the University of Mumbai at the B.Ed examinations. She is a triple master's degree holder in diverse disciplines, namely inorganic chemistry, history, and education. She's been awarded a doctoral degree in education for her research studying the relationship between effectiveness of teachers and their multiple intelligences. Madam has cleared the eligibility test for lecturership at the state level. Her research titled Open Educational Resources in Teacher Education won her the coveted NCERT 2012 award for innovative practices in teacher education. She is an expert for e-content evaluation at the Central Institute of Educational Technology, NCERT, New Delhi. She is also curriculum developer for PG Diploma in E-Education for a Digital Society at YCMOU. In September 2010, Madam's Wiki Educator page was awarded the Best User Page title. She's authored books on constructivism, textbooks for B.Ed on knowledge and curriculum, gender, school, and society. Also an avid supporter of open educational resources and blended learning. She's been resource person for refresher orientation courses at UGC's Human Resource Development Center, University of Mumbai. Madam DeCosta is a friend, philosopher, and guide to our institution. She is an expert on the advisory panel of our institution's Quality Assurance Cell. Over to you, Madam Dr. Cynthia Agnes. Thank you.
Good day, my dear friends. And it is my pleasure to be presenting this valedictory address at the end of our 5-day faculty development program, Creating Tech-Savvy Teachers for Future Classrooms. This program was organized by the IKVAC of St. Teresa's Institute of Education, Santa Cruz, Mumbai, and EdFly Learn. We indeed have had a very fruitful journey as our resource person, Dr. Sandhya Khedekar, took us through the terrains of Google Classroom. She told us about Google Meets and several other such platforms that we could on our own explore and thus make ourselves very strong tech-savvy teachers. My dear friends, today we stand at the crossroads of life. Can we go back to the predictability of the past? I don't think that's going to help us much. We need to embrace the uncertainty of the future. And this 5-day faculty development program has helped us, in a way, embrace the uncertainty of the future. Times are tough. The seas are rough. We may not be able to control the wind, but we can always adjust the sails. As teachers, our content knowledge or our pedagogical knowledge, these have been our sails, and these are strong sails in my opinion. To this we have added the third sail, the sail of technology. So now if you have got three very strong sails in the form of content, pedagogy and technology, you adjust these sails and I'm sure you will be able to be very good digital teachers. Till today we have used face-to-face learning, something that we are all very comfortable with. In the months to come, at least the next few months that we will be, the next few months we will be resorting to remote learning. What we need thereafter, when things get back to normal, is a mixture of face-to-face learning and remote learning. We need blended learning. And whatever we have picked up for these 5 days, I'm sure we are going to use it to have very good blended learning classrooms. Learning, be it of the face-to-face type, be it of the entirely remote kind, or be it the blended learning form that we will be using, all kinds of learning, all education rests on 5 pillars. These 4 pillars were initially given by the Delors Commission. The UNESCO had put this up on their site. And thereafter, as we enter the 21st century, these have been tweaked to form the 5 pillars for 21st century education. And we have had an experience of these pillars in this 5-day program. The first pillar, learning to know, which includes development of skills and knowledge. Think of your past 5 days. You have picked up so many skills and you have got so much of technical knowledge added to your earlier repository of technical knowledge. But what do we do with this knowledge? Only gathering knowledge isn't enough. It has to be supported by the next pillar, learning to do, which means we apply this knowledge, we apply the skills that we have imbibed. Think of your journey for the past 5 days. From 10 to 11:30, you were getting a lot of knowledge through this 5-day faculty program. And thereafter, I'm sure you tried, you explored the various platforms that you got inputs on. So you were applying your skills. The third pillar for 21st century education is learning to live together. This includes social skills, respect for diversity, tolerance, and so on. This, in my opinion, is a very important pillar. Do remember that the students in your remote class, you will be teaching them remotely. You won't meet them face to face for the next couple of months maybe. Remember, they are students with a lot of emotions. Perhaps they have witnessed the trauma of loss at home. Perhaps they have seen sickness in their homes. Some children might have parents who have suffered a pay cut or probably even a job loss. Reports tell us that domestic violence is on the increase in these days, and our children are witnessing all that in their homes. So just delivering content online is not going to be enough. We have to learn to live together. We have to learn to include some social skills, some kind of emotional education into whatever we deliver to them in the coming months. They need it all the more. Had this to be a face-to-face learning class, you would see the pain in your students' eyes. Perhaps you would walk over to them, put a hand on their shoulders, and tell them everything would be fine. Try to find ways and means to do the same remotely. The next pillar is learning to be. And this includes creativity and personal discovery. Think of your last 5 days as participants of this faculty development program. And you will realize that you too were creative. I'm sure some of you the other day have launched your own YouTube channel and uploaded your first YouTube video. Didn't that give you a great sense of achievement? It showed you can be very creative. You've discovered certain elements that you did not know existed in your own personality. Similarly, our online classes will have to focus on learning to be. Think of ways and means to give our students a chance to expose their creativity, an opportunity to indulge on a journey of personal discovery. Ultimately, we have the fifth pillar, learning to transform, which in my opinion is the central pillar or the pivot of any kind of education. Learning to transform means learning to transform yourself to a better person, a better human being, learning to contribute to society and thus transform society. And at this point, I would like to make special mention of our two resource persons. Dr. Sandhya Khedekar, who has taken it as a mission to transform society. I have known Dr. Sandhya for many years and have followed this journey of hers, her journey of contributing, her journey of sharing her knowledge, be it knowledge in the form of self-defense skills or knowledge in the form of personality development or in the field of ICT. She's always ready to walk the extra mile and share her knowledge with others. That is the central pillar of education, learning to transform. Our other resource person, Ms. Manisha of EdFly Learn, she has been sharing how EdFly Learn can be used as a platform to deliver robust online education. I do not know Manisha personally, but as I have keenly following these sessions for the past 5 days, I have seen the passion in her eyes and I have seen her concern as she tries her best to share what EdFly Learn can do for us in these very trying days. A big thank you to both of you and a big thank you for being an icon of inspiration when it comes to learning to transform. So dear friends, let's remember these 5 pillars. We will use these pillars of education in blended learning, in face-to-face classrooms, as well as when we teach our students remotely. My dear friends, they say, if you want to walk fast, walk alone. If you want to walk far, walk together. I think our journey today asks us to walk together. This is not a world of competition. It is a world of cooperation that we are embarking into. As I conclude, I would once again like to thank St. Teresa's Institute of Education. Thank you so much, Principal Dr. Sister Tanuja Wagmare. Thanks to the entire STIE team, all my dear friends who have been working hard to ensure that we get the best from online learning. Thanks to the resource persons, Dr. Sandhya Khedekar and Ms. Manisha, and to the entire EdFly Learn community. Thank you everybody and stay blessed.
Good morning, one and all. No duty is as urgent than that of expressing gratitude. So therefore, here I, Dr. Reshma Rodrigues, take this opportunity to propose vote of thanks to all those who made this 5 days faculty development program on creating tech-savvy teachers for future classrooms organized by St. Teresa's Institute of Education in collaboration with EdFlyLearn a successful one. Let me first of all start by giving glory to the Almighty God for making this event a resounding success. We thank our Provincial Superior, Sister Claire D'Souza, and our Manager, Sister Wilma Mendes, for their continuous support and cooperation. We are grateful to our respected Principal, Dr. Sister Tanuja Wagmare, for her guidance and words of encouragement. We express our heartfelt thanks to our resource person, Dr. Sandhya Khedekar. Maya Angelou says, "People will forget what you said. People will forget what you did, but people will not forget how you made them feel." Ma'am Sandhya, you truly have made the participants feel confident when it comes to technology and online teaching. Your crisp and lucid explanations and demonstrations have transformed all of us into tech-savvy teachers, which is the need of an hour. We would like to express a special vote of thanks to Ms. Manisha Thakur, founder at EdFlyLearn and OnFees, and her entire team for their strong support in smooth functioning of this 5 days faculty development program. Our heartfelt gratitude to Dr. Cynthia DeCosta, our IQAC member and today's valedictory speaker, for her enlightening words. Ma'am, your guidance and support has always helped us crossing the new milestones. We thank Assistant Professor Ms. Neena Narsimhan and Ms. Gloria Raju, a mathematics and dance teacher, Indian English Academy School, Kuwait, for their valuable feedback. Your words of appreciation will definitely prove to be a great motivator in our future endeavor. We must mention our deep sense of appreciation for all managements and principals of various institutions who encourage their staff for this FTP. We thank all our participants from all over Maharashtra, across the country and abroad for enthusiastically taking part in this event. We are really grateful to you for your overwhelming response. A special thanks to Ms. Valencia Fernandez, FYBH students of STIE, for her technical support throughout the program. Henry Ford says, "Coming together is a beginning. Keeping together is progress, and working together is success." Yes. Lastly, I would like to thank entire STIE team for their cooperation. A special thanks to Dr. John Lopez, our team leader, for conceptualizing this idea. Our team member, Dr. Sheila Phillip, Dr. Serena Dicuna, for working on this program. And Dr. Giselle D'Souza, Dr. Cinderella De Mello, Dr. Shakuntala Nigot, and our non-teaching staff in making this event a reality. Once again, a big thank you to all of you. Over to you, Dr. Khedekar. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Reshma. There are few instructions for the participants at the end. We faced some cyclone affected areas during this period, and we got many calls from the participants that they could not solve their quiz due to electricity issue or some internet issues. So it is important announcement for those participants who have missed any quiz or feedback form. We will post all days quiz today in the Telegram group and on WhatsApp group. Again, due to cyclone or any electricity issue, if you have missed filling quiz, you complete that today. So it is compulsory to complete all 5 days quiz to be eligible for certificate. And we have to check all your quizzes and feedbacks. So please give us time of at least 15 days because there are more than 6,000 participants. So we have to make those many certificates, and we will definitely send all your certificates to your email ID in 15 days. So please don't put messages or emails that we have not received certificate. Be patient with us. If you have missed any part of session, all videos are available on YouTube channel of Dr. Sandhya Khedekar. I'll again post that link to you for in the group, so you can watch it for your practice and do practice, keep practicing, and do all these things in your classroom situation and support your children to learn with joy. Feedback form, today we are posting one feedback from last day feedback from and one quiz also. So you have to solve that quiz, and while filling feedback form, be careful while writing your name and email address. If you make any spelling mistake in your email address or your name, so if there is mistake in email address, you will not get your certificate. And if any name correction is there, it will be very difficult for us again to make name corrections. So please be careful while typing your name and email address in feedback forms, because today's name and email address we will consider for the certificate. And 5 days quiz, I already told you it is compulsory to fill. So I'm again posting all those quiz links in the Telegram group. You please fill all those quiz again. If you have not filled, if you have already filled, don't try it again. And today we have decided that we will keep Telegram group and WhatsApp group open for you all. So you can share whatever you have done in these 5 days, because most of the participants, they were willing to share their YouTube channel links, their videos, their Google Classrooms, their Google Docs, and so many technical tools, PPT voice overs. I received those on my personal chat. I wish that you post all those things, whatever you made created in these 5 days in Telegram group. So other teachers will also get motivated out of your work, and you will also get encouragement to work further. So today only, Telegram group will be open. Whatever you want to post, you can post that you have created your videos or PPT voiceover or any other things. And one more important announcement is there, as we got many queries and requests from participants that they want to learn more about EdFly. So EdFile learning management system, we have decided that tomorrow we will have a separate session. Today this faculty development program gets over. So 5 days faculty development program is complete today. But tomorrow again we will have one session from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. same time, conducted or organized specially by EdFly for all of you, those who want to learn about EdFly. So be there with us tomorrow 10 a.m. again. So we will have a complete full session about EdFly learning management system only. So that's for the today. Thank you for being such active participant. And if anything is there, please post in the Telegram group. We are keeping it open after submitting all the quizzes and feedbacks. And when you post all the things tomorrow, we will close that group, and you can communicate us anytime after 15 days. If you have not received your certificate, then only you can communicate with us. So be safe, be healthy, keep learning always. Thank you so much. Thanks to each one of you. We can close the meeting.